Does this type of statistic ring true with you? Yes, you're allowed to say. Haven't we all thought, that teacher's doing a fantastic job. What's happening there? What's the situation? Oh, that's a great way of approaching it. And is it true to say we've thought of the other thinking, I'm not really sure what's happening there in that room next door or down the corridor? Would that be a true experience for us? Yeah. And that's what your role, part of your role as learning leaders, is to work toward having a consistent approach, a high quality approach, that all teachers are coming on board and moving along and developing that team approach. But we will be giving you support for that, because I know that that can be quite a large task. A quote there from Hillox: teachers should and can possess specialised knowledge of students and of content and of tasks and of how to represent and teach this knowledge. You've touched upon this over there. Each teacher needs a knowledge of students. That includes a student disposition to learning, but it also includes assessment and monitoring information about that student, that you know exactly where they are and where they need to go next in their learning. A knowledge of teaching processes, management and organisation that you touched upon in your list. And down here, a really important area, a curriculum knowledge of content. They're words that roll off the tongue so easily, but what we really need is that deep knowledge of content that is developed over time. And then how to teach that specialised knowledge and content. A repertoire of teaching approaches and being able to match the right teaching approach to the student learning need at that time. And we need a knowledge of educational purposes, theories and practices. We want to know why we do what we do and be able to articulate that. Lots of things happen in schools. Teachers do lots of excellent things that are purposeful and are useful, but we don't always know why are we doing that. It's something we've heard about, or, well, everyone else does it, so I'll be doing it too. But we need to up the ante in understanding what theory and research says is best practice, and then link that to why we're doing what we're doing in classrooms and why we're making particular choices for a student at a given time. Is that resonating with you? Yep. Very quiet. Okay. Our work. So what we know and do is crucial to what students learn. Going back to this slide here, this is actually scary. You think, goodness me, 50% of what a student does in any particular year depends on me. That is actually quite a scary thing, and sometimes teachers can feel pressured by that. As we were talking over here, Sandra was talking with me about teaching is far more complex than people realise. But the good side of this to me is that what it says is that what teachers do is important. What we do is valuable and it does make a difference. And there is a complexity that is not always recognised and realised outside of schools, out in the community. But what we do is important, it does have impact and it does make a difference. So what we know and what we do is crucial to student learning. And we need to know both the subject and the student. How to teach in general, and then how to teach in particular situations with the particular skills that are called for. And that's where we're going this year, just deepening our knowledge and understanding about what learning really is and how we can differentiate for students and how we can match our practice to particular cohorts or individuals at particular times. What I'd like you to do now is to have a chat at your tables and think of something new or something different that you have had to learn. It can be a personal or a professional thing. It doesn't have to be anything highfalutin. Just something new that you've had to learn, and listing down the things that helped you. I can hear some ideas here. What was your thing?
Using my new mobile
Well,
phone.
there you are. That's a great example. And what helped you learn it, and what was the difficult part? Some of you might have done this before, but we're going to move this in and link it to our next activity in the direction we're going in. So, lots of discussion. What helped and what hindered?